Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this lecture, I would like to show how to find the bending moment at a distance 5 meters from here. Already in the last lecture, that is in the part 1, we completed up to resultant reactions in the given arch. So here this is the continuation of the part 1, how to find the bending moment. So here what they are mentioned in the question, bending moment at a distance at a point D 5 meters from A. So see here, this is a point A. From here 5 meters distance, totally up to here this will be 10 meters distance. So we will take a line up to 5 meters distance. See here 3 meters, 4 meters. So exactly somewhere I am taking some 5 meters from A. So according to the question I am taking that reference line. Okay, 5 meters reference line. Okay, this 5 meters reference line. So this distance will be 5 meters only. So up to here that one will be 5 meters. So from this exact A point to this point D already they will mention. So I am taking this notation as D. Notation as D. So from here to here the distance will be 5 meters. Up to here we have to find the bending moment. That is our question. See here, if you want to find out this bending moment, we have to know this rise from this bottom line to this parabolic curve. So from this bottom line to the parabolic curve, what is the rise point? So exactly center will be given 5 meters and at edges it will be 0. So it is going like this. From A it will be 0, again it will be center, some 5 meters rise, again 5 meters to 0. So whatever the value obtained in between from A to C, it will be lesser than this 5 meters only. So that is your one of the reference point while calculation. At the same time, at 5 meters distance, what is the central rise? For that purpose only, in the parabolic arches, they will given one formula. So that is the very important formula. You please remember that formula. So this one will be denoted by YD. That one will be denoted by YD. So that one will be denoted by this YD. So for that one, what is the formula? This YD will be equal to 4r by L square x into L minus x. For parabolic arches, if you want to find the rise anywhere at some distance, means you have to use this formula for parabolic arches only. For circular, it will be different. Okay. So YD equal to 4r by L square x into L minus x. So what is this r? This r will be the central rise. Sometimes it will be denoted by some y and prefix c. So that one will be also called as central rise, which is equal to yc. So here we are denoting with r value, which is 5 meters. And what about this L? L equal to total length of the span. So you please remember, r is the central rise, L is the total length of the span. And what about this x? X is the distance from where we have to find out that bending moment. So already given in the question, x value will be equal to 5 meters. They only telling that exactly you have to find for 5 meters distance. So your x value will be 5. Again this one will be L. So what is this L value? Total length of the span. Again this x will be 5 meter span. You please simplify here. For this one will be into, not x. You please modify the changes. 4 into 5 by L square. Where is this L? This L will be the total length of the span, which is 20. Okay, 20 square. Again this one will be into. So take down here into, again this x value will be equal to 5. 5 into 20 minus 5. If you are confusing this one, means don't take x value see here, directly take down 4 into 5 like that. Okay. This one will be equal to, so 4 into 5 by L square into x into L minus x, where x value equal to distance given 5 meters, L value equal to 20 minus 5. Simplify this one, you will get this value will be equal to 3.75 meters. So while calculating, so by error of the calculators, you will get some 6 meters also. Somebody doing wrong calculations. At that time, you please check the values in between. So here it will be 0 and it will be exactly highest point of the cone will be 5 meters. If you will get 6 here, means your calculations will be wrong. Whatever the values you will get here, it will be in between the values from 0 to 5 only. That is one of the reference while calculating this parabolic arches. You please remember that logic also. So your YD will be 3.7 by 5 meters. After knowing this one, entire arches will be resolved up to this. Entire loads and given vertical points will be resolving up to that point D. So this is our point D. See here, bending moment at D. So I am resolving entire movements about D. So what are the forces will be acting here? Vertical reaction acting, horizontal one acting, and again one given load, vertical load will be given, that will also acting at that particular point. Okay, see here. Bending moment at this point. So take down clockwise movements and anti-clockwise movements here itself. So here I am simplifying directly. Clockwise movements taken as positive, anti-clockwise movements are taken as negative. If you want take down clockwise movements equal to anti-clockwise movements, again send that anti-clockwise movements to the clockwise movements in terms of negative, that one will be equal to 0. Otherwise take down like this directly. So VA into up to D 5 meters, force into distance above D, sum of the moment above D will be equal to 0, force into distance 99 into 5. See here 99 into 5. That is acting clockwise, that is the reason that is positive. Minus, what are the anti-clockwise movements here? This HA will be acting about D will be in the form of negative, anti-clockwise. In anti-clockwise, take down HA into, and what is the distance from D from this point? See here, this will be acting exactly up to here, and distance will be already we calculated in the parabolic arch formula 3.75. Therefore 152 into 3.75, which is negative for the anti-clockwise. Again this one will be acting about here. So total distance from here to here will be 5, and from here to here will be 3. Totally if you want this remaining thing means 5 minus this 3, then you will get this remaining thing 20 into 5 minus 3. So see here 20 into 5 minus 3. So if you simplify all the things here, you will get bending moment at D will be equal to minus 115 kilonewton meter. So for moment the unit will be kilonewton meter. For force the unit will be kilonewton. You remember that one also. Therefore take down bending moment at D will be equal to minus 115 kilonewton meter. Then go to the next point. So normal thrust. Already they will given in the question, find normal thrust, bending moment and radial shear at a distance 5 meters from the support. Before going to the normal thrust, you see the formula for the normal thrust. So these are the standard formula for the both normal thrust and radial shear force, which is obtained by using this arch diagram. So if theta be the inclination, this theta be the inclination of this arch action. If theta be the inclination at any point on x on the center line of an arch, then this vertical shear and horizontal thrust would combine to produce this radial shear and normal thrust at this point. So if you don't know the diagram and all these things, it is not necessary to remember all the diagram in the examination point of view. You just remain these formulas. What is the formula for the normal thrust and radial shear force for the 300 parabolic arches? It will be obtained by this diagram only. See here, these are the formulas. P will be equal to V sin theta plus H cos theta. F will be equal to V cos theta minus H sin theta. These are the formulas. And if you want this normal thrust, see here normal thrust, which is denoted by P. And what about this V? V equal to the net shear force. V is the net shear force and theta be the inclination. So for that one we have to find the slope also. I will show that one. And H is the horizontal thrust. So for that one you have to see the diagram. So I will take down the diagram here. See here, V is the net beam shear force. For normal thrust also in the question they will ask at a distance 5 meters from A only. That is the reason up to 5 meters we have to take vertical shear forces on the beam. For V, what are the vertical shear forces? VA will be acting 99 kilonewtons upwards and 20 kilonewtons will be acting downwards. So then one will be upward and another will be downwards. Therefore, VA minus this 20 up to 5 meters only I am taking. If they are asking about some 8 meters, means both point loads you will get. Okay, so if they are mentioning only 5 meters up to point D only, that is the reason vertical reactions will be 99 minus 20. So that one will be equal to 79 kilonewton. And what about this theta? This theta will be the slope action up to D. So already you know the formula, YD equal to 4R by L square x into L minus x for the parabolic arches. So simplify this one, 4R by L square Lx minus x square. I am simplifying, I am just simplifying this one. Again, I want this theta value. If I want this tan theta value, means what I want to do? Theta equal to tan inverse of this slope. So if I want to differentiate this YD in terms of x, I want to differentiate this y with x, dy by dx. That one will be equal to 4R by L square. So if I am applying differentiation for the x terms, means Lx in terms of Lx for only you will get L minus differentiation of x square you will get 2x. So totally after differentiating with respect to x, you will get 4R by L square into L minus 2x. So take down wherever dy by dx here directly. And what is the formula for this theta? Means tan theta will be equal to dy by dx at slope. And if you want theta value, theta will be equal to tan inverse of dy by dx. Already you know that it's dy by dx value and tan inverse value. So take down entire these values where r equal to the central rise and L value equal to total length of this span, and this x value equal to at what distance they are giving for the normal thrust, 5 meters only. So take down that 5 meters. So then theta will be equal to, if you simplify in the calculator, you will get that inclination point will be equal to 26 degrees 33 minutes and 55.18 seconds. And whatever the value obtained here, substitute in the formula directly here. VA equal to 79, sin into this value, plus what is the horizontal thrust here, which is 152, and cos into theta will be this value. So simplify directly in the calculator, you will obtain this value, which is equal to 179.28 kilonewton. And similarly, what is the radial shear force? So the entire things will be same here, just the formula will be different. Here the normal thrust will be V sin theta plus H cos theta, here V cos theta minus H theta. So entire abbreviations, V is same for all the things, H is same, and cos theta will be same. So you just simplify, substitute the values here, you will get this value 2.683 kilonewtons. Okay, then move to the next point. So next point will be the maximum bending moment. So first to find the maximum bending momentum in the right span and then in the left span. So if you want to find the maximum bending moment, so first of all find the distance, at what distance the maximum bending moment will be. So first find the distance and then find the maximum bending moment. So if you want to find the maximum bending moment, means at what distance it will be, you have to find out at that distance. So in the first step, if you see here, in the first point, they will mention clearly, find the bending moment at D 5 meters from A. Means they will mention clearly for 5 meters distance you have to find the bending moment. But here in the last step they are mentioning this point, find the maximum bending moment. Means in the entire total span of the arch there will be two halves, left half will be there, right half will be there. In the left half there will be 10 meters, in the right half there will be 10 meters. We don't know where is the maximum bending moment for the given load. That is the reason in the 10-meter span you find the particular distance where it will be the maximum bending moment occurs. For that purpose, you please consider any section xx at a distance x from A. So this is the distance x. So find out the distance. So I am mentioning this one will be the x distance from A, and this is the xx section. I am considering one section which is xx, and this point also will be x point. So this is the x point. and I am considering a section XX at a distance x from the point B. So I am resolving entire forces up to that x. And here also one point you have to remember, from here to here, from here to here, from here to from here to here, from the bottom of the line to the curvature point, what is the rise? We don't know the rise point. So I am denoting that point will be yx with the reference yx. Yx. So see here, this one will be yx. And what is this for? If you want to know this yx, what is the formula? The same formula for the point D, what we know. So if anywhere in the point, if you have to know the rise in between the crown to the springings, the formula will be 4r by L square x into L minus x, where r equal to central rise, L is the total length of the span, x is the distance what they are mentioned. So you please remember this one. And next point is I have to remember entire forces up to this point. See here, VB into this distance x up to that point x, which is acting anti-clockwise towards point x, VB into x. So therefore I am taking VB into x, which is negative anti-clockwise, plus again what are the forces here, 25 into this distance, 25 into x, again distance will be x by 2, 25 load into length for UDL will be the load W into L, 25 into x into half of the distance, that is x by 2, which is acting clockwise. That is the reason I am taking plus value. Again this HB value, HB into this distance, force will be equal to 152, again distance will be this yx value, 152 into yx, which is clockwise positive. Again we don't know the yx, so for that purpose only I told you formula 4r by L square x into L minus x. See here I clearly mentioned in the next step, wherever whatever VB value will be 201, W will be equal to 25 by 2 will be 12.5 x square, plus H value here B will be 152, Yx will be 4r by L square x into L minus x, where r will be equal to 5, L will be the total length of the span, x into L is the distance of the total length of the span, and x is the distance from where we have to consider. So simplify this equation, you will get this one. Again you better simplify this one, you will get entire value will be equal to minus 49x plus 4.9 x square. So therefore bending moment at x section will be minus 49x plus 4.9 x square. You will get in the form of an equation. After obtaining this one, again you have to differentiate this moment with respect to x. So whatever the equation obtained here, you have to differentiate that one with respect to x. Take down here. If I am differentiate with respect to x, this equation means minus 49 dy by dx means you will get x value 1 minus 49 plus again 4.9 differentiate with respect to x square will be equal to into 2x. So therefore 49.4.9 into 2x. Therefore total equation will be, this one will be minus 49 plus 9.8x. Again for bending moment to be maximum, take down this value will be equal to 0. So after taking this value 0, send this 49 this side, you will get 49 9.8 x minus 49 equal to 0. I am sending that one outside, means x equal to 49 by 9.8. You will get x value equal to 5 meters. Means if you simplify that one means you will get x equal to 5 meters. So here you will get a confirmation our maximum bending moment will be at a distance of 5 meters from the support right on the right half of the span. Then whatever the distance obtained here, you just simplify in the just substitute in the equation what we are taking in the previous. So if I am substitute this value, x value here 5 and here 5 square will be 25, you will get maximum bending moment value will be equal to minus 122.5 kilonewton. So the procedure will be very simple. First you have to remember the logic. If they are giving maximum bending moment means before you have to find the distance and then you have to substitute the distance in the obtained equation. So the right half of the span, the bending moment at x will be equal to 122.5 kilonewton meter. Similarly, you have to find out the maximum bending moment in the left half of the span. Already in the left half of the span, we know the value up to 5 meters distance. That one will be equal to 115 kilonewton meter. So due to symmetrical condition, if you take down the value maximum bending moment on the right side also, left side also, it will be okay. But if you want to make a confirmation means you can go for one more trial on the left side also. See here, bending moment in AC. I am going for one more section. Again, I am considering somewhere any point, any position in the section at a distance x, at a distance x. Here I am considering, so this x section, this distance x will be from here to the this point. So here also I am considering x point. So this section will be xx section, xx section. So here again resolve, do the same procedure whatever we did in the right half of this span. So therefore resolving entire moments about here. So here the rise will be yx only. Consider this point also yx. So yx, this yx will be taken from the bottom line to the, taken from this bottom line to the this crown point, this crown point up to this arch crown. So what is the formula for this one? 4r by l square x into l minus x. Similarly, you have to resolve entire forces up to here. So VA into this x means 99 into x, which is acting clockwise, minus 3, this 20 into this distance will be x and this one will be 3. If you want to resolve up to here, so the remaining point from here to here will be this one, 20 into total distance from here to here will be 5 x, and this remaining part will be 3. Therefore 20 into this remaining part will be x minus 3. Again this HA into this yx, HA into yx, take down this yx value will be equal to 4r by l square x into l minus x. Again first simplify this yx value, again substitute here, you will get in the form of an equation. So maybe the equation here will be some 7.6 x square minus 73 x plus 60. I didn't mention here, I am just telling brief here. Okay, in the same procedure opt here, if you do the same procedure here means you will get the equation that is minus 73x plus 7.6 x square plus 60. Again whatever the value obtained here, you differentiate that equation in the with respect to x. So directly you will get some x value which is 4.91. So you will get x value will be equal to some 4.91 meters. Okay, so already you know the bending moment for 5 meter span. Bending moment for 5 meter span will be 115 kilonewton, I think. If you substitute that value, so I think this one will be wrong. X value will be equal to some 4.8 meters. If you opt the procedure here means you will get x value will be equal to 4.8 meters, and again bending moment will be which is near to the 5 meters, that is 115 or 114 kilonewton meters, like that. So whatever the bending moment, that one will be lesser the right half of the span. So right half of the span bending moment will be 122.5 kilonewton meter, and the left half of the span will be lesser than that one. That is the reason the maximum bending moment on the entire arch in the CB position, that one will be 122.5 kilonewton meter. Friends, I hope you understand this concept what I am telling here. So if you want to find out the bending moment maximum means, before itself you can choose two spans, right half of the span and left half of the span. In that half of the span, consider any section x at a distance xx. Consider any section xx at a distance x from one point and resolve the forces up to that point and find the distance. After finding the distance, substitute in that equation and find the maximum bending moment on the both spans. After obtaining on the both spans, confirm what is the maximum bending moment on the entire arch action. Okay. Friends, I hope you understand this lecture. If you like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.